Up, ladies and gentlemen of the internet? I am One Night Wonder, and tonight I'm going to do something that's a little bit special. I don't get to do this too often, but I'm feeling it right now, and have been for the last few days. I am going to do a little shoutcasting. I haven't shoutcasted since I was basically part of a small organization. I just need to find a game that someone had gotten into relatively short. I think 10 minutes so far. Oh, in champion select. All right, so I will wait. Um, Let me double check what game is he in. Your feed cut out. Should be good. I know that I had just turned it off for a second because, well, when I edit my videos, I don't actually do any editing. Oh. Hi. Hi. I was just saying hi. That's what I was trying to say, not ho. Let me see, because he's in champion select. Oh, Paper's playing Darius, though, and she doesn't play ARAMs. Let me see if Mufasa's in here. Rift normals. Nice! Okay. Alright. So he's going into game, which means I will go and spectate. So this will be the game. Mufasa2011 was an old Call of Duty individual that I played with on a team for a short time. And he ended up picking up League, and so that's how I still chat with him. So let's give a little breakdown of the teams here. We do have blue team consisting of Udyr, Thresh, Darius, Zed, and Caitlyn. Heavy, heavy, heavy AD team as compared to purple team, who's running Shyvana, Nasus, Sona, Vayne, and Rumble. Now purple team has a lot of CC, but blue team does as well, so this is going to be an interesting matchup. If we look already, Udyr versus Shyvana, both incredibly mobile junglers. Udyr does have the stun built in to his kit, which makes him a little bit more lethal for ganking. Shyvana, though, does have the jungle clear, so if Udyr does a failed gank, Shyvana can start counter jungling immediately and make this Udyr pay. So he can get behind really early, and it's really hard for an Udyr to catch up if Shyvana is already ahead, because then she can roam into his jungle, and she can continue to shut him down. Now if we take a look into the bot lane, Caitlyn Thresh versus the Vayne Sona. The Vayne Sona's really pokey, and Caitlyn's really pokey, so their poke's going to kind of negate. But Caitlyn is a great choice versus Vayne. The reason that I bring that up is Caitlyn does have the range versus Vayne. So anytime Vayne comes in to try and CS, Caitlyn can get a free auto attack off. Now, the downside with this is Sona is going to be able to heal through the Vayne's damage. Or the Kate's damage. Wow, I keep confusing these two. But it's going to be tough at level 6 for blue team. If Caitlyn farms and comes back with the standard Vamp Scepter and or a BF sword, Vayne needs to rush boots and a cutlass, or just boots and a Vamp Scepter, and she's going to be able to win. At 6, Sona can lock down Vayne into Condemn. Caitlyn's going to take so much damage that she's just going to die, and she's not running barrier, so when you burst this Caitlyn down, her HP is her HP. You don't have to worry about an additional 300 coming out from barrier. Now, Thresh does have exhaust, and it's going to really hinder Vayne's damage, but not the true damage effect. So if Vayne maxes Silver Bolts, the exhaust is really going to be irrelevant, and once you get it condemning, that's enough CC to keep Caitlyn there and wear out the exhaust. But if Thresh gets a hook, most Sonas, even with the buff about 8 patches back to her armor, she's still incredibly, incredibly squishy. If Caitlyn can line a trap up and Thresh hooks, pulls and flays her into the trap, she's going to be CC'd for so long that there's nothing Sona's going to be able to do. She can flash out, but it's still not going to matter. She is going to die. Now, if we take a look here also, we go to mid lane, and it's going to be, what, Zed versus... Oh, why does this have to load? Making me lose my mind. Come on. We can do it. Slowly but surely. Black screen loading. Loading ball of death. Loading wheel ball of fun. There we go. Alright. So someone was saying, Nautilizer, that the Um, Rumble's border. Ooh, that platinum border. Ooh, so sexy. That's so nice. But if we take a look, it is going to be most likely Rumble versus Zed. Now, if Rumble starts Cloth 5, Boots, Magic Pen, basically Mask, Boots, Mask, he's going to be fine. And Rumble should easily be running Ninja Tabby this game because most of the damage that he's going to be taking, except for Udyr's Phoenix and Thresh's a little bit of magic damage associated with the box, is going to be all physical. So Nasus can pick up Tabby, Shyvana can pick up Tabby, and Rumble can, and then Rumble can just build Pen. So this Rumble can easily melt the enemy team if he gets fed. It's going to be a recipe for disaster. And in mid lane, as long as he dodges a couple skills, he's going to be fine. And then finally for top lane, Darius Nasus. Nasus is going to get bullied around if Darius knows what's up. But we will have to see. These guys we just saw from no borders, bronze, silver, plat being the highest. They're all over the place, so we're just going to have to break into the game, and best of luck to both teams. Specifically, best of luck to purple team. That's where my buddy is. He's playing the Nasus up here, so we'll have to see how it goes. So taking a look, starting items, junglers both starting out exactly the same. Let me reorganize so that we can see top versus top, supports versus supports, ADs versus ADs, and mid versus mid. So Doran Shield coming out of Zed. Maybe he's the one going top? I don't know. No, he's definitely going mid, but starting with the Doran Shield, odd choice versus the Rumble. He could have gone with Red Elixir and tried to all in, which wouldn't have been the greatest choice, but even double Reju beat or something. But Shyvana already looking to put a little bit of a pressure onto Thresh. Look at that burnout damage, half health, and Vayne's still going to chase. Flay going backwards now as Zed's trying to come up. Back ping's coming out for purple team, even though they do have the advantage here. They are going to send Thresh away, and there's 4 strong. Nasus, though, not wanting to rotate over, looking for assistance on the red buff. They do make a play. However, they choose to back out. Now Caitlyn is going to go and face check as both teams have warded basically the enemy and their own red. As purple now choosing to do their red buff and blue team choosing to start over at the blue buff. So we're going to see right around, it's going to be 240 for the Shyvana gank in the bot lane or in mid, and we're going to see the same thing coming out for Darius, or for Udyr. In the bot lane or mid. So we will have to see. Udyr, though, taking a lot of damage, and Shyvana, as we see, clearing out the buff and is onto her next camp, just as Udyr is. So both of them are going to be showing up to the lanes to gank right around the same time. Already Darius, like I said, putting on early hurt. All he needs to do is get some blood stacks going, and there's nothing Nasus is going to do. Hopefully he's running a little bit of lifesteal rune so that every time he Qs he gets that HP back. But taking so much harass, and Nasus with the Doran Shield is going to give him a little bit of a sustain up here, but I would have gone Cloth 5. That's my own personal opinion. Already we can see Caitlyn poking out this Vayne as Sona is unable to do anything. I don't know if she has a single aura picked yet. She did start with her Q, but doesn't have it up. Don't know why it's not showing any activity as Thresh trying to get a little bit more zone on. Caitlyn, already level 2, is going to be able to continue to harass this Vayne in the bot lane. Udyr did finish out his red buff, and Shyvana's just finishing out the blue buff, so maybe Shyvana will rotate bottom. There's more than enough opportunity for her as blue team is pushed up right to the enemy turret, and there we go. We see the Shyvana pinging for the I'm coming down to show you some love. Oh, Darius with some damage, though, onto Nasus. But with all that farm at the turret, Shyvana already engaging now. Sona and Vayne pushing up. Thresh taking so much damage, is going to be forced to fly away. Now forced to flash. Shyvana's going to chase. Is that trap going to be enough? No, it's not. Great dodge from the Shyvana. She is going to pick up this first blood here as they push now onto Caitlyn. Caitlyn, is she going to be forced to flash out? There we go. Unnecessary flash. She could have ran. She would have been fine. But now that it is down, that is a huge advantage for bottom. As we see this Zed putting the hurt onto this Rumble. Rumble started with boots as opposed to Cloth 5. But Nasus free farming in the top lane. Is going to take a little bit of damage, but not the end of the world, since He does have the HP pot, he does have the Doran Shield regen, his passive, but it looks as if Udyr is maybe trying to get a little gank off. Is Vayne now zoning out the Caitlyn? Oh, and there they do, they go get the gank. Udyr is starting to tank here, but oh, they're gonna die when the Ignite coming out. Is the turret changing focus? And Mufasa is gonna die, but he's gonna pick up a kill at the same time. Great play, I would have to say, from blue team as they traded off the damage and who the towers were going to hit. As Shyvana's trying to come up now. She's like, come here, Darius. I want a little piece. The hook coming out now is going to land onto Sona, but they're not going to be able to follow it up as Vayne does have all this HP. Oh, but she gets flayed into turret. Now Vayne flashes down the Ignite coming out from Sona. They're putting down damage onto Thresh, but he is not low enough to be killed. He does pop the health pot as Shyvana is trying to gank Darius up in the top lane. She's taking him incredibly low, but is she going to die? She does get hooked into the turret. One turret shot, two turret shots, and that's going to be a kill for Darius. Beautiful play, hooking her just back into the turret range and securing the kill for his team. Now, granted, he was the only one who benefited out of it, but that's still one more kill up on the scoreboard as Zed now auto-attacking this Rumble, taking so much damage. Zed with this just lane dominance. Rumble out of health pots, Zed out of health pots now. Farm relatively the same, only a handful of creeps off just about in every lane here, except for top. Nasus is beaten by more than a handful. Almost two handfuls. As Caitlyn now pushing the lane out. She is not yet backed, but Udyr's trying to make a gank. There's no ward. Oh, and they're backing out as Udyr does force to come in, but he is condemned backwards. That's going to disengage everything as purple team probably going to back, would be my guess. No, they have full HP. Why would they back? That's a silly choice. But they are going to clear out that pink ward. Oh, the hook just missing. If that could have landed on Sona, she would have had to flash away. That would have definitely been a kill. Now, Darius did back. He picks up a pickaxe. Lots of damage that he's going to be putting out onto the Nasus. And Nasus picked up a chain vest. Next big investment, I would say, for Nasus is he needs to get a Giant's Belt so that he doesn't get dunked as Darius... not sure why he's not adding a couple more blood stacks onto this Nasus here. He's only queuing him. Now, there's nothing wrong with that. It's just he's missing out on free damage. He needs to be queuing and getting at least 2 auto attacks in. As Shyvana does show in top lane, Darius has spent a little bit of money on the wards, making sure that he's protected. As bottom, Thresh just farming up souls. Caitlyn's just farming here. Probably trying to save up for enough of that BF sword. But Vayne does have the boots with pots still. Oh, does take an unnecessary auto attack as they do look to try and get the gank. The Wither coming off now. Shyvana with the auto attacks. Burnout damage coming in. Nasus does land a Q. So much damage onto that Darius. If he gets pushed up one more time from that gank on Shyvana, and that is going to be the end of him as Udyr makes the ping to try and say, hey guys, there's a ward right here. I'm fighting Shyvana. Come help me. Zed, do something. But Zed's dealing with Rumble in the mid lane. Just non-stop harassment. As Rumble now turns the harassment right back on him. Literally turning on him with Flame Spitter is what I meant. Now Rumble just looking to farm it out. Since he is in hover, he's going to back off. He's a little bit scared. He's like, alright, there was an Udyr above me. I'm going to stick down near the bottom of this. I know what's going on. Caitlyn just farming, staying safe in the back. As Thresh does a little bit of the harass now. Oh, but here's Vayne. One more tumble in. And she doesn't choose to get that third auto attack in, playing a little bit more passive for a Vayne than I would like to see since they do have the advantage. Now they do not have any ward cover and they don't know where Udyr is. We got to look, it's right around that 7-minute mark. Udyr is going to be up at blue, and then right around the 8:30 mark is when you're going to really have to worry in the bot lane. As Sona does look like she wants the back. She did have the animation going off here as both bot lanes do have a lot of money to spend, but we see this Caitlyn up a full 10 CS on Vayne, which isn't all that much since the wave is going to be pushing up here. We'll have to see. Vayne isn't the greatest at last hitting under turret, unless the Sona keeps on the aura buff. The Ignite coming out onto Thresh. Looks like maybe they wanted to make a play, but so much damage. Both players now. Purple team bot lane was just at full HP, and now they're down to a quarter as Thresh continued to utilize his passive on the Flay, giving him bonus damage for the harassment, which is solid play out of him. Nasus now continuing to farm in the top lane. 41, the hook does land on the Vayne, but he's not going to switch on in. Nasus 41 farm to 31 on Darius. Nasus just going, hey guys, I don't mind. I'll sit up here for the next 20 minutes, but Shyvana's looking to make a play. The ward does just die. Ghost coming in from Shyvana. They are going to engage right onto the Caitlyn. She's got enough for a net, but that's it. The red buff, Shyvana's ghost, or dragoning ahead right over. And beautiful kill from Vayne. And that kill also from Shyvana On to Caitlyn. Wonderful, wonderful ward timing. Immediately, Shyvana cleared her buffs, knew that, hey, there's no wards down here, as now Udyr's trying to make a play. As we take a quick look down, Udyr, not enough for the burst damage to kill the Shyvana. So close. Is he Phoenix? He is Phoenix. He's got no points in Tiger. Even if he Phoenix into Tiger there, he would have picked up the kill. But if we take a look into the top lane, Nasus getting the ghost off now. On to Darius. Darius is going to be forced to flash away. And Nasus is not going to chase, but Zed diving onto the Rumble. Rumble uses his ultimate, does just miss. Ignite is going to kill him. And a beautiful escape away from the Zed with the kill. Zed's now going to back and finish up that Brutalizer, as there comes the mask from the Rumble now. He needs to be working on the boots or HP. A little bit of both, I would have to say. He needs to just keep farming. Zed is beating him in the farm. If we take a little look at the gold count here, we can see that Zed is up by 700. So it's not the end of the world, but that's at least finishing out boots 2 on your opponent, giving you that speed. If we take a look in the bot lane, Vayne is up in gold on the Caitlyn just due to the kill here, but Caitlyn is slowly going to be catching up with all the farm that she's going to continue to accumulate while harassing. But beautiful play, exactly what I was saying, is if you're playing Vayne and you're versus Caitlyn, you need to finish boots, you need to finish Cutlass, and then you need to engage. All this Sona needs to do is man up a little bit, ult on, and it's game time. This Vayne is going to do so much damage and win. Oh, and she tried to get the condemned combo in there. There we go. Here could possibly be the engage. Nope, Sona backing out. I really need to make something happen here. Shyvana's holding top lane as Nasus teleports as well. Maybe they're looking to do a little bit of a gank. Shyvana coming in. Darius does not have flash. No red buff though on Shyvana, and Nasus is looking for the weather. He does pick it up. Darius is like, I'm going to die anyways. I'm going to take somebody down with me. But Mufasa already with his Sheen, that is going to make him so strong and just guarantee his last hits. And that's what you got to do as Vayne. Right there. Beautiful play. Auto attack twice. Tumble in. Get the true damage proc. And it's a free trade. You walk away completely unscathed. But Nasus now with the Sheen. Darius isn't going to be able to do anything. He's got the Tiamat for the wave clear and for the dunk action. But you're not going to be dunking Nasus anytime soon, that's for sure. And Vayne trying to say, come on, Sona, we need to be aggressive. We can win this here. Kate can't run. This Vayne, I don't know if she plays Vayne often or what, but she built right, and all she needs to do is just ult in and fight. So there we go. Beautiful dodge now. Vayne, now there goes the ultimate. And that's a kill. That's a kill right onto the Thresh. Thresh tried to hook the Vayne. Vayne beautifully tumbled. Ended up getting hooked by Sona. But this is a recipe for disaster. Blue coming in with double the manpower, man, bear, pig thing. Oh, Darius getting chunked. He stood in the spear fire and got queued, and Nasus is going to pick up a kill. Actually killed him with his ultimate. He didn't even kill him with a Q or an auto attack. He said, hey, my big dog powers are too good for you. See you later. There. No, that little bit of magic damage, that HP is a lot of damage. People don't think about it, but here comes the Zed. Oh, now Udyr's following it up. Rumble gets his ultimate out as Udyr is going to stick onto Rumble. The passive proc. Oh, but Shyvana. Oh, man, and Udyr, it's everywhere. Rumble flashes out now as Shyvana's stuck in there. She is going to be forced to burn out, but she does turn on to the Udyr trying to fight, taking so much damage. Zed with his HP pop procced is actually back to a quarter HP from the sliver that he was at as Shyvana is holding down the fort. She's like, there's a wave and a half here. I don't want to back out. I want to stay. I want to soak up this XP as Thresh now getting some last hits in, but Udyr's making a play onto the Nasus in top lane who was proxying. He does get stunned. Nasus has to fight. Oh, the Q damage coming up from Nasus. He needs to get one more Q, but he does get hooked backwards as Zed now looking to get an assist in. Udyr, is he going to make it out though? Nasus does have the ghost going on. He is running. He is faster than Darius. Zed's the only person who could possibly catch him. Oh, Nasus, you need to run, fella. As the Kate Q comes out, chunking Sona. And there's the Nasus. He does escape. No summoners up from Nasus now. And Darius is going to have Flash Ignite by the next time both of them show up into the top lane. Vayne continuing to farm down here. 70 to 88 CS. But Vayne is easily up. Probably a grand gold if I was to take a little look here. Nope, not even. I was way off. Not a grand. 2 kills, 70, 89. Only a few hundred. No big deal. Shyvana 2-1 with 2 assists. The Shyvana has been everywhere. Spot on. Rumble making a ping to come on bottom as the hook now comes out and lands onto the Sona. Sona needs a crescendo. Oh, but Vayne coming in. Does get the condemn now onto Caitlyn. Caitlyn with no cleanse. I don't know if she remembers that she has it or what, but Rumble whiffing his ultimate. Barrier coming out now from Vayne as Rumble's trying to pick up the kill. Nasus, rather than farming, says, Darius, come over here. I want to chunk you, kid. And that K-trap, that cupcake, little Yordles, they can't resist it. Yordle snap trap, picking up Rumble's little feet there. As Shyvana says, assist me with the dragon. Come here, fight me, dragon v dragon. Zed now looking to get a fight as Vayne was just looking. Rumble way out of position. He is, oh, that Zed. Oh, Vayne, lesson 101. Once Zed ults you, just admit defeat. You're not running away. That was just worded. And now it is going to be a 3-1 here. And everyone's going to pick up an assist. Beautiful hook from the Thresh to make sure that he was able to get a little bit of damage, a little bit of CC. And that is going to be the end of it. Goodbye, Rumble. If we take a look at Rumble's score, he is 0-2. He needs to sit in lane. He needs to farm it out. He needs to shake his behind and get out of mid lane and get back into mid lane. Oh, but Nasus with another dive onto the Darius is going to take top turret, and he's going to continue to farm here. 102 farm on this Nasus versus 56 on Darius. There's nothing Darius can do as Sona just says, let's dance, Caitlyn. Getting the auto attacks in, but is she going to live? No! Was trying to bank on Shyvana showing up a little bit sooner. Oh, man. Great play from Caitlyn. Caitlyn knew that she was going to die. She probably thought that the minions were going to tank the next turret hit. But rather than giving Shyvana the assist, she just flashed into the turret, let the turret hit her, and gave only Sona the kill. So no extra assist gold was spread out. If you're going to die, you gotta die like that. You gotta die to only one person. Don't die to multiple. Don't try to run around and juke people out. If you're dead, just admit that you're dead. Fight to the death. As Udyr is looking to see maybe there's a Nasus in this bush. Oh, and he saw him and he ran away. Zed picking a blue buff for that extra energy regen. Not necessarily needed, considering Udyr could use the mana regen and CDR. But Zed picks it up. Not the worst choice that I've seen. It's better than putting it on a Katarina. But if we take a look here, Draven wards coming out of the Nasus. They do not have bottom warded. As Thresh says hello, and Vayne does get her ultimate off. Final hour, and it's the final hour for bottom as Rumble now showing up. And it does look, here comes the dive. The Wither coming out from Nasus is going to get cleansed. And Thresh picking up a box kill as Nasus runs into both edges on top of tanking. Now Rumble's coming in here. Someone's going to have to off-tank, and he does trade. The Sona ult finally coming out. Rumble now trying to put down the damage as the Thresh hook does miss. Sona's separated away as Caitlyn's trying to pick up the kill, but Zed's also coming here with Udyr. Who's he going to ult? Zed does choose to ult onto the Rumble. So much damage. Absolutely unbelievable amounts, and that is going to be another kill for the Zed as Shyvana's starting to fight Darius. Is it going to be enough, though? Excuse me, the dunk from Darius. Shyvana is so low. Oh! The Q from Darius does pick up the kill. As we look and see, Vayne did get away from that whole excursion down in the bot lane. Darius finally able to kill somebody. He's trying, and he's catching up in farm. That Nasus came bottom and gave Darius the chance to catch back up. He was up 109 CS to 56. And now we see it's almost tied all the way back up. 3 waves, and he's good. Zed's using his ghost to scout on ahead, scare away that Vayne, say, get away from me. Caitlyn says, I don't want to get top or bottom turret. Thresh, do my dirty work. You're my support. Get down on your hands and knees. Ward for me. Take turrets. Save my life. I don't care. Do everything. I need you. You don't need me. So Caitlyn goes home and is building Bloodthirster. Finished it out. Got the boots. Maybe going Last Whisper next. Or possibly Bork with the single longsword. As Thresh looking to finish and or get a little bit closer to. No, he finishes out Sightstone. I thought he was going to go for the early Aegis of the Legion, because it is definitely needed versus the enemy team here. The Sona and Rumble combination ults is going to be so much upfront magic damage. Here they go, a 3-man gank onto this Nasus. Nasus does get immediately large, says, alright, I'm not doing this. Tries to get out, does ghost, does get the wither, and the ignite, and finally the Zed does pick up yet another kill. Did have to use ignite for it, along with the ultimate. They really wanted him gone. They needed that guy dead. They wanted some bonus gold off of him. They said, Nasus, you're a scumbag. We're bringing 3 people up to kill you. And rather than pushing top turret, classic silver bronze play. They get a kill and they immediately back. We know that they need to be fighting it out. As bot is pinked, so Thresh says, let's pick up the ward. And Udyr now looking to make a rotation down. Is purple team going to be able to notice him? They do have the dragon warded, and they don't have any back pings. And by the time they rotate, here they go. Udyr is going to be right down in there. He needs to go in immediately. And there he goes. He does get the stun onto the Sona. Oh, the hook just missing from Thresh. Good play from them. Good map awareness to be able to back out. As Rumble now coming in to fight Udyr. And Udyr says, I don't give a shit. I am a phoenix. And Vayne now caught out of position. She is in a 3v1 situation now. Rumble does lay his ultimate down that says, hey, let's completely disengage. Good job, but oh, he does get flayed. Oh, the switch isn't going to happen soon enough. Vayne now is finaling hour out. The Sona all completely whiffing on everybody as Zed shows up to the party now. Caitlyn sniping over the wall. Zed's looking for a pickup kill on somebody. Anybody. Ward over the wall. And they do nab it. Good job from blue team with that quick reaction time. As Zed trying to put some hurt on and does. Now blue team should just rotate and do dragon. Don't know why they're hesitating on it. Maybe trying to make a play. Oh, the flay. Or the hook coming out. Does just miss. But he decides to quick switch in. Give Caitlyn a little bit of company. Say, hey, I'm still in the lane with you. I got you. And there's blue team now finishing out the dragon as Darius getting chunked. Nasus, oh my goodness. This is why when Nasus withers you and you're standing in Spirit Fire, you need to get out. You need to leave. Oh, and here he goes. The flash coming out. Oh, Q'd. Freaking believable, this Nasus' damage. How much has he got this Q charged for? That is hitting for 500 damage. That's with armor being applied, even though Darius has no armor, so he's probably hitting him for close to 6. And then with Spirit Fire on there, I mean, reducing their armor by 25. Yeah, he's easily hitting 600 on that Q. And now it's just Nasus and Caitlyn. Oh, and Caitlyn getting chunked to almost half health from this Nasus. He does not care. He's like, hey, I got Wither up in a second here, Caitlyn. I'll be right back. Just give me a minute. I got to take a breath. No, he's just going to continue to farm. He does have that fade, so every time that he Qs, he does get an increased movement speed. As a matter of fact, anytime he auto-attacks, he doesn't even have to Q. As Zed makes the engagement now onto Rumble, so much damage coming out. Rumble is going to die. And Zed is going to escape just barely by the skin of his teeth. Udyr now engaging onto Shyvana as Shyvana says, hey, let's fight, bro. I don't mind. But there was the secret weapon. Thresh was hidden there the whole time as Shyvana is going to ghost away, blowing the summoner. As blue team is chilling in the bush, Shyvana says, hey, I wonder if their blue buff's up. Does find a Caitlyn. So much damage coming out of the Shyvana now. Are they going to be able to kick? Oh, Shyvana, she's trying. 2 traps there is going to disengage along with the stun from Udyr. Thresh now there. And Shyvana's like, guys, I'm so sorry. I can't do anything. Waiting for the cooldown for the burnout to come back up so she can get a little bit of a movement speed. But Caitlyn picks up the kill as Vayne putting some damage onto the mid turret. Isn't going to get it. Bot lane, though. Nasus chunking turrets down quarter at a time. This bot turret is going to drop by the time Zed shows up. Nasus just not giving a fuck. Unbelievably strong he is. The Wither coming out now. Zed is going to be forced to back out. And top turret was taken by Darius, but here's the flash from Vayne. Oh, one more auto attack is all it's going to take. Boom. That's it, the final hour. Caitlyn, we're going home in a body bag. See you later, alligator. And a wild crocodile. Nasus says, hey, let's get mid turret. I'm going to ult for this. Does get the Wither now. Onto Udyr. So much damage coming out. And Mufasa picking up that kill. Siphoning strike. Sucking the life away from that Udyr. As Darius continuing to push. He did just pick up 2 turrets out of that, but so did purple team. Nasus, actually, they picked up 3. They picked up bottom outer, bottom inner secondary tower, as Nasus does look to say, hey, let's rotate to red buff. All right, well, they had an easy Darius kill, once again to add another death to his total, but they chose to back out as Zed pushing up mid. As I mean, there's no turrets there, but you never know if there's going to be a fight. Anything can happen. This is the world of League of Legends in non-existent ELO play, so at the drop of a hat, the whole world can flip, and we see Zed possibly trying to get an engage here on the Vayne, but she does tumble away. There we go, screen. Zed stealing the wolves away from the enemy. Vayne, though, looking to make a little rotation of a play. Purple team making pings down, saying, hey, here they are. Vayne does make a play and is going to condemn Thresh into the wall. Everyone's going to get an assist, but Zed does get the ult off onto Vayne. So much damage, and it's not going to be enough. She does bury. She does get the kill. Zed's trying to run away now as Udyr's stuck in the middle of the fray. Udyr has nothing he's going to do. Udyr's just going to man mode it in the blue pit as Shyvana taking on 2. Rumble trying to come over now, putting up damage onto the Zed. Darius picking up 1 kill, and he's going to pick up a double kill. He does stick now onto the Sona, and he's possibly going to pick up a triple kill. Oh, the damage, though. The bleed. Caitlyn says, teamwork is fantastic. Don't worry, Darius. I got you. Ace in the hole. Sona, I hope you're feeling all right, because you just got raped. I'm sorry. Now, if we take a look, Nasus in the top lane, putting some hurt on the turret. Tanking it, though. I don't know if he knows, but blue team's coming up quick. He is just going to run away here as blue is pushing up on bottom side purple turret. Are they going to be able to take it? Caitlyn does have a little bit of damage. Nothing too crazy. In fact, that's all she has. She has no attack speed as Shyvana coming up now, just looking to clear out the wave. Now blue team pushing up top side. No wards down on Baron for either team. No one really seems to be having a care for it. If we take a look, 6 turrets, 5 turrets in blue favor. Blue is slightly up in gold along with kills. They are up 2 dragons on purple here. So 39.5k to 36.3k. If we take a little look, see where the gold is distributed, we see that for the jungles, about a grand off for Shyvana, and the reason being is just that Shyvana has been everywhere. She's been holding lane, she's been ganking, she's been doing everything right this game, and Nasus is a monster. I mean, he's just all over this Darius, who finally is 4-4-4. He was super negative early, 0-3, coming back, picking up a double kill, actually a triple, now double in the assist off of Sona, but putting him back into the game. If we look at the supports, both right around the same. Thresh up a little bit, but this is where, you know, blue team has they have a chance. Zed, if they fight onto this Vayne when she doesn't have barrier up, they're going to be able to kill her. Caitlyn is getting a little big, and Zed, I mean, we just look 10,000 gold to 6,000, but as we see Sona possibly going to get caught with a hook here. Oh, and Darius just landed the hook. So much damage coming out from Sona. She needs to do something, but she is going to die. Rumble all coming down now as Darius is going to sacrifice, tries to flash out. But the burn damage. Oh, and Zed taking so much damage. Double kill now coming out from this Rumble. The Wither as well. Vayne's looking to chase Caitlyn over the wall, trying to get some auto attacks in as Vayne changes targets, putting so much damage onto this Caitlyn. She's going to be trying to net away, but Rumble does catch it with a harpoon. Nasus is going to get the QSS coming out from Caitlyn, or actually a cleanse. I'm sorry, as Shyvana tries to pick up the kill. Now they are going to be diving right onto this Thresh. Nasus says, don't worry, guys. I got this. I'm a tank. So much damage, so much tank ability on this purple team. This Vayne's doing work. This Nasus got so big so that he can just walk through turrets, he can walk through enemies. He doesn't care. He might as well just be walking through walls. Because if he sees something and you get into his sights, well, you best be ready because he is coming for you. Now, Shyvana says, don't worry, Nasus, I'll give you a little break. I'll tank the turret here as Vayne continued to put the damage on. Rumble putting the damage on. I don't know why Rumble chose to back out there, but all right. As they're going to continue to push. Oh, as a matter of fact, they do back out. Darius! Did pick up the boots. The home guard trying to get in there as quick as he could, but Nasus says, halt. Go no farther. Giving him a wither, made him all tired and sticky, covered in exhausting, withering effect. That status, there's nothing you're going to do. Even Mercury Treads and Swiftness Boots don't get rid of it. As Darius does pick up the Blue Wraith, Good job. That's the only Wraith that actually matters. If you're going to take a Wraith, take the blue one. Forget the littles. They don't mean anything. The extra 9 gold isn't going to make or break the bank. As finally, purple team picking up a dragon. And we can see here 6 turrets to 7 turrets now in purple favor. All it took was that one fight in mid lane. And this game seems to be changing around. A little bit gold lead. I mean, nothing too crazy. 1K. But look at Rumble. Rumble with the mask. Does have the magic pen boots. Now has an hourglass because that's all you need. You just need armor versus this team. As blue makes pings now to go down and rotate to dragon even though it's not there. Still, either team, no wards on Baron. So surprised. I mean, I guess not for what they're playing in league-wise, but still, just the fact that no one has even put a ward in Baron yet. But it does look there could be an engagement now. Zed going in, trying to put as much damage as he can on Rumble. Rumble, you do have Hourglass, my friend. Why are you not using it? And he does get shut down as Vayne trying to get the kill. Onto Zed, but the Caitlyn ult. And Udyr's trying to chase. Vayne, though, with a beautiful kite backwards. Nasus now stuck in a sticky situation. Oh, and Darius with the hook is going to get the dunk and the kill onto Vayne. Caitlyn sitting in the back. Hook coming out from Thresh. Now the flay backwards. Caitlyn just needs to keep auto-attacking here. This Nasus can't do anything, but he does have the lifesteal. Oh, and shut down. But Shyvana coming in now does get the kill with the Ravenous Hydra proc and the Q. So much damage. Does take a switch now onto this Thresh. Thresh needs to throw a hook, needs to do something. Add some CC. Does flash out. There comes the hook. Burnout damage, though, is going to be enough to kill him. As Shyvana, stuck in a sticky situation, needs to try and run away from 2 people that are going to CC. No, she says, let's fight it out. Come here, Zed. I got you. Oh, but Zed does flash away. Oh, so close that Shyvana's lifesteal was lifestealing off this Udyr. But here comes Sona trying to make a play, being a hero. Does end up being a big fat 0 as blue team finally getting a fight that comes out into their favor, bringing this game neck and neck. 100 gold out difference, kills almost even. Tower still down just a little bit, but with that beautiful play, they caught Rumble out. This Rumble did not Hourglass immediately. As soon as he got engaged on, he needed to just, boom, pop Hourglass. Then he's not going to take any damage. The proc isn't going to go off, the extra bonus damage from Zed's ultimate. But I don't know if he just forgot that he had the item or what. A little bit of a misplay on their part. I mean, and then the Nasus teleport in. It was just a sticky situation. But Shyvana making that play happen, coming back, picking up 3 kills. 2 kills on the part. So, great play as it looks blue team trying to once again push right up mid lane. Says, all right, guys, let's team up. We won the last one. We can win this one. As Sona's getting a little bit caught out. Zed probably going for it. Immediately does go for the Sona. So much damage coming out. Sona does flash. Oh, but it's not going to matter. That Zed proc does so much damage. And they need to get out of here. Shyvana needs to run away. Oh, but does get hooked in, and she doesn't have Dragon to get out. She's going to get flayed. So much damage coming out. Rumble trying to get the counter initiation in. Nasus coming in now. They're going to be focusing down the Darius, who is going to die. Vayne does get a little bit of a damage in there with the Bork. But now Nasus stuck tanking 3 as Udyr is in the back line. Finally, Rumble all coming out now. Zed sticking onto the Vayne. The Ignite coming out. Double kill from Zed as they do engage onto this Rumble. The Ignite damage isn't going to be enough to kill Zed, and that is an ace for blue team as they're going to be pushing up mid. They're going to grab this inhibitor. They could possibly take one more. There's not much they got to worry about. There is a Sona. If Thresh can land a hook, though, they are going to be able to insta-kill her. There's Caitlyn saying, guys, come on, we got this. Thresh, don't be so scared. Sona does have her ult, and that is preloaded with a lot of damage. The Q, though, isn't going to be enough. They're going to be focusing around Caitlyn, unnecessarily tanking the turret. And they do pick up the kill here. As Udyr was tanking along with Thresh, they do pick up 1 turret. They're giving back pings. They should easily take this. They just need to stick on it. As Shyvana coming up, and they do pick up the turret. Beautiful flay backwards into the box. That is going to stop Shyvana right in her tracks. She's going to hit both walls. Caitlyn, if she gets a net out, is going to be able to stop the Shyvana's advance 100%. Although Dragon form's coming up here. It is up. Oh, is she looking to turn into a dragon? Oh, there she goes. She is trying to look onto Zed. Zed needs to be making a juke back into the lantern. Oh, my goodness. He picks up the lantern and gets out. Unbelievable. No freaking way. Oh, that Shyvana so close to picking up the kill. Zed, I thought he was easily going to just doppelganger, clone switch out, but just man moded it right through the burnout and everything. Pings coming out now from purple team onto Baron. There's, again, no wards whatsoever that have been placed by blue team onto Baron. Back pings coming out. Udyr's in bottom. They can easily take this. Vayne just needs to focus it out. She does so much damage to Baron. And there they go. This is going to be a free Baron. Blue team not even making any pings towards it. They're just going to let this go. Saying, all right, whatever, Purple. You got to get back into the game somehow. You might as well take it, Baron. Now, if we take a look here, gold-wise, Blue is definitely up. 3,000 gold difference. Blue team has won the last 2 fights. Purple team needs to get a Sona out. They need to get this Rumble out. They need to actually synchronize their ultimates and stop getting picked off by the Zed, who's just insta-gibbing anyone he touches. I mean, he is, don't get me wrong, completely out of his mind. Fed. I mean, he is 11-1, and there is no way to shut him down. But he can only focus out one person. And as we see here, Purple team is pushing now onto the base, but we take a look. This Caitlyn being a hero, going for the back door, and no one's making a rotate. No one even sees her. There is no wards, and by the time Purple does see him, it's going to be way too late. Purple team trying to make a push now into the base. Here comes the pings. They're going to be rotating bottom, but there's Caitlyn. Someone needs to back immediately. No one's backing. Udyr's making a play to make sure that nobody backs. Nasus is stuck in there. He's going to be focusing out the Zed. Shyvana does get the initiation in there, but Caitlyn is in the back. Darius now going to be hooking onto the Sona. Sona can't do anything. She's not even going to ult. She is just going to die as Caitlyn, if we take a look, is going to focus out this Nexus, and that is going to be good game. Backdoor Caitlyn scumbagging up the joint. They could have easily gone in through a 5-man fight. Could have won that, but Caitlyn says, forget it, guys. Don't worry. I got this. Straps the team onto the back. Takes a walk, goes to the enemy nexus, says, hello. Boom. Headshot. Picks up the final hit on the nexus, going from full to nothing. All from that Caitlyn. And we take a look. This Caitlyn really was running like full AD Kate. No really attack speed items. But unfortunately, my friend, Mufasa, hello, pup. Hello. Relax. Mufasa does end up losing that game. He did phenomenal in lane, but just fell apart when it came to team fights. Couple bad decisions. Sona unable to get ultimates off whatsoever. Did not use Shurelya's that I noticed, and she had it. Locky coming out from Shyvana used a lot. If we just took a little look at the breakdown, it was a good fight if freaking Purple team would actually do it. Front-loaded damage from Sona along with the CC immediately onto the Rumble ultimate with the Spirit Fire from Nasus allowing them to focus out one individual target. Even if they didn't get Caitlyn, they could instantly kill Zed, Darius, whoever they really wanted. I guess you just wouldn't focus out Thresh. And Udyr's just a full-on tank. He's not going to do anything but stun. Just Sona not stepping up to the plate there. Nasus was trying. He was doing his job. He was tanking. He was going in doing a lot of damage. Vayne trying her best. Got a little bit far behind with the farming. Just kind of started engaging, trying to get fights off. And it wasn't working out for him. But overall, solid play from Blue Team. They just caught a couple of people out. Even in that last fight, they were easily going to win it. They killed Sona already, making it a 4v4. Nasus was super low in the back. Zed's GA is just about to pop, but that is, oh, okay. That is game, and this is the Nasus here. That was the game that we were just spectating. That's me shoutcasting, guys. I hope you guys enjoyed it. Let me know what you guys think. I'm going to be posting the video on YouTube and spreading it around. I had a couple hiccups. It's been a while since I've casted, so a lot of times I was a little late on the trigger for pulling it and getting excited about a couple things, so I'm sorry for that. But if you guys have any comments on how to make it better, anything that I can do to make it more enjoyable for you guys, please just let me know. And as always, check me out every night, 9 o'clock. I stream. Whatever you guys want me to stream, I do. So thanks for tuning in, and have a great rest of your night. Thank you very much. Take care.